Hi Libra, welcome to your January 2021 reading. My name is Gemstone and I will be doing your reading for you today. This is a mid-January 2021 love reading. If you haven't watched the January 2021 general guidance reading, I would urge you to do that. These readings are free. They are general guidance. If it resonates, it's equivalent to me calling you on the phone and saying, hey Libra, this is what you need to know, or I got this message for you. I'm going to put the card for January 2021 general guidance at 2 minutes so that you can watch that if you feel called to do so. The reason I'm bringing your attention to that is because the format that I used in that reading, I'm going to use here in this reading. What I did was I looked at the energy that you were coming out of for the last 365 days, and then the energy that you're moving into for the next 365 days, generally for that video. Now this one's going to be the same format. The only difference is now it's going to be pertaining to your love life. We understand that time is a constraint. Time is an illusion, a construct within this third dimension, but we're going to use it to our benefit so that we can reflect on things and get to where, move ourselves to a position where we are attracting what it is that we want and letting go of the things that no longer serve us. So I'm going to pull a tarot card for the general state of what you're leaving behind or what you're coming out of. An oracle card for the emotional state that you're coming out of, and another oracle card for the situation that you're coming out of. And then I'm going to do the same thing in regards to the energy that you're moving into. Okay. Now in the description down below, I receive messages, and I'm going to say messages, downloads, information in the meditations that I do before my readings. So before I connect with you here right now, I do a reading and a meditation with a tarot deck, and it's this specific one. Shuffle the cards, receive downloads, get my information from my guides, and I place it down in that space as a tarot scope. It's like a horoscope format. So if that ever correlates obviously with this reading, and I say obviously in a way that it's like absolutely this is connected, I will definitely bring your attention to it and I will mention it in here. But if it doesn't, you can always look down there for a reading within a reading, because I recognize that sometimes it's just for two different sets of Libras, maybe 4, maybe 5, so there's that. All right, Libra, let's get into your reading. What's the card for what? Didn't have to shuffle for long. I already set my intention in that premeditation. It's all readings. Oh, you have two majors. Everything here is for your highest good. Okay, so we have the Hierophant and we have the Empress. Fascinating. The Empress is ruled. So the Empress card is the Venus card. Oh, and beneath it we have the Queen of Cups. Interesting. So this is the Venus card. For those that are not familiar with astrology, Venus is your ruling planet, the planet that is your main influence. We also have the Hierophant. So this is your main card, the Hierophant. This is the Taurus card, and Taurus is also ruled by Venus. What I feel is that you learned some value. You learned value this year. And I can feel that the way that you learned it was by understanding that you didn't value aspects of yourself that you could have valued. And it kind of puts you in a situation where at first you were a victim and blaming the other person, like, how could you not see this in me? Not realizing while you were thinking that you didn't see that within yourself. But as time went on, I can feel that you came to that realization. And it might have been a painful one where you look back and there's some pain there, but the gift that you received was your value. I also can feel that some of you got into commitments. Some of you got into long-term relationships. I wouldn't be surprised if you got married. But I also feel for those that did that they're kind of turbulent, because the lesson of your value was not received at that time, and you may be receiving that right now. Maybe receiving that right now. Okay, so let's look at the emotional space that you're coming out of, Libra. The emotional space that you are coming out of. All messages are for Libra's highest good. What emotional state are they coming out of? What emotional state are they coming out of? Judgment. A lot of signs got this card. Everyone's judging themselves. Here we have judgment. And judgment is the Libra card in the tarot deck. Can you see how aligned this is? Like, wow. Very Venus. For those that are not connected to your feminine energy being able to listen to somebody where, okay, so let me speak about it in the opposite way. If you find yourself unable to hear other people, you call people solely so that you can talk, and when they talk it's like, oh my gosh, I just wanted to talk about myself. If you find yourself unable to receive anything from anyone outside of a conversation, you're unable to receive a compliment, you always have to be right, you're very critical of yourself and therefore of everybody else, you notice all the flaws in everyone because you're feeling uber insecure and you only notice your flaws. Connecting with your feminine energy would be very helpful for you at this time because we have a lot of feminine cards. And then getting judgment here, thinking of the Libra card, it feels like for those that found yourself in a commitment, I feel like you moved in the opposite direction of your true nature. I want to emphasize here that everything you do is divine. Everything you do is meant to be the way that it is. Sometimes is meant to be the way that it is. Synchronicities and different encounters on your end will either bring you to a state where you're getting closer to how you really want to feel or further, but no direction is bad or wrong because those are all subjective matters, okay? Now, I can feel for those that got yourself into a commitment that you are feeling less like yourself or less like the self that you want to feel like. You're feeling more insecure, you're feeling more critical, you're feeling more judgmental towards yourself and therefore towards the other people around you. Judgment reads, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. And I also feel a sense of controlling, like a controlling nature. Beneath it, we have love. And I feel like this is what would be helpful for you to extend at this time, love towards yourself. So again, to those that are not connected to your feminine energy at this time, to those that are finding yourself in commitments so that you can validate yourself through those commitments, this message is directly for you. Love, it says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. And beneath it, we also have failure. I'm going to stop here because this could go on forever. Failure reads, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. And I feel that with this connection that you got yourself into. For some reason, I'm getting Gemini. This could be with the Gemini. But I see this because of the general guidance reading for Gemini. They were in a situation where they were just looking to escape in someone. And this feels like that energy right now, where you were looking to do the exact same thing. Reasons were different but the same, ultimately looking for validation and value, looking to be valued, looking to be wanted because the one that you want maybe did not. And then this card came out for almost every sign. A fiery climax approaches. I'm going to leave it out and I'm going to just keep shuffling and see if we get another message. It's like, not to say that it's a wrong message, but we're just going to see if there's another one. But yeah, I'm getting the Gemini vibes. Move this even more. There we go. But you can't see this. Okay. We'll do it like that. I have a heart chakra meditation playing in the background for that person that asked. Okay, so we said we have don't let your past hold you back. So this is a South Node card, and then this is a fiery climax approaches, and this is a full moon in Aries, your opposite sign. When the sun moves into Libra, there's always going to be a full moon in Aries. And when the sun moves into Aries, there will always be a full moon in Libra. So with this, what I feel specifically for you is that there was a circumstance where you were at odds with someone. Maybe it's this person that you were in a connection you are committed to, for those that are in a committed relationship. And for those that are learning their value, what got you to learning your value was because you were at odds with this person that you were interested in romantically. And it felt like they were always against you. And I feel like this pattern of opposition is something that runs deep. maybe goes back to your childhood with a parent. And this is why we have don't let your past get in your way, or I'm saying what I want. Don't let your past hold you back. It's the idea of like evolving out of that pattern. So for those that are committed to this person, this nitpicking vibe that I'm getting could be why you are so critical of yourself, because it feels like you can never please this person. And then to those that came out of that relationship, you're still dealing with that, like still overcoming the fact that this person was always on your ass. Just know that you're beautiful on the inside and out, Libra. That feels very heavy. It feels like a burden. It feels like a little burden, but you're working through it. And for those that are in the relationship, I can feel that that is a very stressful space for you to be in right now. But I feel for some, like I said, if you're watching this video, this is you finding out. That's what I feel. And I have confirmation. Of confirmation. And for those that are in that circumstance with the other person, with the person critically analyzing everything you do, maybe time for yourself is what you need, because I feel like the only reason why you rushed into that commitment was so that you can avoid being alone. All right, what energy? And then as I say this, the 9 of Cups came out, and this is an independent card. All right, Libra, what emotion are we moving into romantically? What energy is Libra moving into romantically? What energy is Libra moving into romantically? Let's get this in a nice little order. There we go. So we're moving into the Knight of Wands energy. The Knight of Wands. Okay. So I can feel that there's some fire in you. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 4 of Cups. And then beneath that, we have the King of Wands. So I can feel, again, okay, so, this is taking you back into that space of masculine energy. But this could be you moving towards what you want for those that are finding yourself in a undesirable relationship with a person that's just not very nice. For those that are working on themselves, I feel like this is a confidence boost, or let me say, this is a confidence boost. What we want to possibly have in mind is to not get arrogant, to not become egoic, where it's like, I'm the shit. Everybody should want to be in a relationship with me type of energy, but more that I'm beautiful, I'm deserving of love, I'm worthy of love, I can get whatever I want because I am being authentic type of energy. You see the difference? That's interesting though. All right, let's see what energy you're moving into, Libra, emotionally. I'm getting a lot of Aries vibes though, for real. The energy that I'm feeling, and I don't usually feel signs, but I feel Gemini heavily and Aries. Because we have the Aries full moon here, and we have this fire energy. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck and what came out are contrasting. The energy that we have that you're moving into is peace. It says, I am a being of love and release all negativity. So back to those positive affirmations. I'm deserving of love. I feel like this is the energy that you're moving into, but what's preventing you from doing that is this worrying. It says, I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. For those that are worrying and those that are in that stressful space of, ooh, did I make the right decision? Or yeah, did I make the right decision? For the one where you were out of a relationship and it was toxic, and now you're at times getting like slapped emotionally with waves of inadequacy because the person that you were with used to bring you down and reminds you of a past part, a parent. And then to the other, who is currently in a relationship with a toxic person that does that on a constant basis, worrying about the circumstance is not going to help. So to the one that left the relationship, worrying if that person was right for you, I'm going to just tell you and like straight up, no, they were not. They most definitely were not. Hold your vision came out as I was shuffling. And to the ones that are currently in the relationship, removing yourself would be in your best interest. Although I can feel that this person, they feel aggressive. So doing so, like removing yourself in a strategic way feels necessary. It feels abusive. Like they're abusive. They feel abusive. All right, what energy is Libra moving into? Or what situation, romantic situation, is Libra moving into? What romantic situation is Libra moving into? We have show the world the real you. Be honest, Libra. Be honest. If you're hurting, it's okay to say that you are. You don't have to change who you are to attract love. And that's a common trait talked about when, or it's a common trait about Libra that is talked about. Nothing is definitive, so please know that. But the trait is that Libras become who they are in front of. And if you find yourself doing that in this connection, you don't have to do that. People, there's someone out there, there's a band of people, okay? There's a tribe of people that are waiting for you to be who you are so that they can love on you and so that they can be who they are. So please don't feel that you have to be someone that you're not in order to be loved. It's interesting that the heart chakra, because I was going to play the third eye chakra meditation and the heart was like, no, play this one. And I'm wearing a green sweater. I feel like connecting with your heart, Libra, through meditations, through affirmations, I am worthy of love. I am deserving of love. Will go a long way at this time. I'm going to leave this here. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you like this type of content, please subscribe to the channel. And if you feel called to write down in the comments down below if this resonates or how this resonates, please do so. We are looking forward to it. Okay. You can look to more videos in February. I'm quite excited for February. So yeah, this is a little teaser of what's to come for February. I will see you then, Libra. And please remember that everything you do is divine. Oops. I hit the camera. Everything you do is divine, and that your essence needs to be seen. All right. I love you. Understand. Understand that I feel so vulnerable right now, but I love you. My heart is extending to you. All right. Take care, Libra. I'll see you in February.